What if the Philippines was never colonized? No galleons ever breached our shores. No cross struck down the Balit tree. No king from a faraway empire ever claimed dominion over islands he'd never set foot on. In this untouched thread of history, the archipelago remains sovereign, a constellation of thriving kingdoms and communities, woven together not by conquest, but by culture, kinship, and ancient trade. The Datus of the Visayas, the Lacans of Luzon, and the Rajas of Mindanao stood not as rivals, but as stewards of a shared destiny, gathering beneath starlit skies to govern with wisdom drawn from the land. Babaylans were never silenced. They remained at the heart of the village, healers, mystics, scientists, and spiritual anchors. Our writing, Baybayin, Kulitan, Badlit, was never erased. It flourished on woven scrolls and bamboo slats, capturing law, poetry, memory, and prayer in our own strokes. Without foreign gods to replace the old, our pantheon remained alive in story and stone. Bathala, Mayari, Canlaon, their names still spoken in reverence, not remembered in ruins. Trade blossomed. From the shores of Sulu to the highlands of Ifugao, we exchanged jade, gold, rice, and wisdom. Not just among ourselves, but across Asia. Butuan rivaled the merchant ports of Malacca. Tondo stood proud, a maritime empire that never fell. Our balangays evolved into mighty vessels, sailing as far as Madagascar, Micronesia, and the Persian Gulf. And with every voyage, our language, our values, our story spread, not as invaders, but as bridge builders. Our education was not imported, it was inherited. Children learned astronomy from elders who read the stars like scripture. Farmers communed with the soil through ritual and observation. Fisherfolk followed tides passed down through chance. The land was not something to be owned, but to be in rhythm with. No gold was stolen from our rivers. No names were changed. No tongues were cut. There were no Filipinos named after a European king. Only Tagalogs, Cebuanos, Ibanags, Maranaos, Atis, and Lumads. Proud of who they were, never forced to forget. We were not the pearl plucked from the ocean. We were the ocean. And so the question remains, soft as prayer, sharp as memory. What would we have become if we had never been conquered?